Hi, I'm Leanne Golan with providencecoaching.com. I want to encourage you today with a scripture from Isaiah 43:18 and 19. And it says, "Remember not the former things, neither consider the things of old." And this is God speaking, by the way. He says, "Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." Well, that sounds pretty impossible, doesn't it? You know, the first impossible challenge here is not remembering the former things, putting away the past. But that is our part to do. If we will put away those things that have been hindering us up to this point, if we will just, God's not saying totally erase those things from your memory. Sometimes that's just not going to happen. We've been through what we've been through. What happened, happened. It is what it is. But God is saying no longer let those things be a hindrance to you in moving forward. What He wants to do is a new thing. If we will do our part and we will put the past behind us or say goodbye to the past, the things that have happened to us, then God says, "I will do a new thing." And He says, "Now it shall spring forth." Now, this is the season. It's going to spring forth. You know, if you've ever planted a garden, you know that there's a period of time where that seed is in the ground and you may be watering it daily. You might be even putting some fertilizer in there. But you've got to have some faith that something's going to come up eventually, because you know that that seed has been planted in the ground. Well, it's the same thing. God has planted seeds of purpose and destiny in us, and He is the waterer. Sometimes, we also have to water. We have to encourage ourselves in the Word and remind ourselves of those promises He's given us. But God ultimately is the husbandman over the vineyard. And, He is going to ensure that those seeds come to fruition in your life, and the promises that He has made you come to pass, because He is God, and again, He cannot lie. So He says it's going to spring forth. Shall you not know it? God doesn't have to, but He lets us in on His secrets. He lets us in on a lot of the things that He's doing, not only in our lives, but around us and in the lives of other people. So God is, again, encouraging us. Shall you not know it? I've spoken to you before. I've mentioned this before, that I keep a journal of everything that I believe God is speaking to me personally. And sometimes it's prophecy over nations or other people that I know. But I keep a journal of those things so that I can continue to learn to hear His voice more accurately. And I can also be aware and begin to pray into the things that God is saying, so that I can partner with Him in seeing the harvest come forth. It's exciting. God says, "I will even make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." Well, we all know that in the wilderness there aren't very many paths. There's not a lot of water in the wilderness. And you might find some paths that animals have wandered, but maybe they never made it to the water, and those paths were dead ends. So in the wilderness, it's a very confusing place, and many of us have been there. Many of you know what I'm talking about. But God's saying He will make a way in the wilderness. He is going to bring you out. Now is the time that He is bringing you. And for many of you, He's already brought you out of that wilderness season. And you're coming into a season of fruitfulness and harvest in your life. And He also says that He will make rivers in the desert. Nobody but God can do that. Nobody can make, maybe a little oasis. That's not even real. But God is saying He's going to make rivers in the desert. So He's not only doing the impossible, He's doing the absolute miraculous in this season. So I want to encourage you with that. And every act of faith that is governed by God is going to be fruitful. So I want to encourage you to take action steps toward those things that God is calling you to do. And if you don't know what your first step is, then your first step is to seek God and ask Him for that first step. So again, I want to encourage you and just move into this new season. Wave goodbye to the past and move into this new season that God has for you. I want to share with you a program that I'm bringing forth in the next short time. It's called FYC Immersion. And what that is a program, a 6-week group coaching experience to help you to find and fulfill your calling. And exactly what I'm talking about here today, you'll be able to move into the future that God has planned for you and develop some action steps that you can take to, again, move forward into your calling and your purpose. Sign up for my mailing list and you will be the first to know about the offers that I'm bringing forth on that and the dates and times for enrollment. If you do like this video, please share it with your friends and your family. Sign up for my YouTube channel and leave a comment on the blog for me. I'd love that. And I just want to thank you again and encourage you to keep moving forward in the things of God and all that He has called you to. Bless you.